The Most Holy Name of Mary feast, observed today, has great significance in Catholic tradition. It is a celebration of devotion and thankfulness for the Virgin Mary's role as protector and intercessor. This feast, instituted in 1684 by Pope Innocent XIII, was established after the victory at the Battle of Vienna, an event in which Mary was credited with the protection and triumph of the Christians. Today, her name is seen as a symbol of love and faith, and as a promise of salvation for those who venerate it with devotion. So, an important reflection arises. Why is it so significant to celebrate a name? What is behind this veneration for the Most Holy Name of Mary? For many, the answer lies in the spiritual and symbolic power that Mary's name represents. It is not simply an appellation, it is an emblem of hope and a reminder of divine grace. If you enjoy content that helps you grow spiritually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more inspiration. Let's get started. In the Catholic tradition, Mary's name is linked with numerous attributes, such as Star of the Sea or Mother of God, all reflecting her role as guide and comfort to humanity. Throughout history, saints such as Saint Alphonsus Liguori and Saint Bernard of Clairvaux have exalted this name, considering it a source of sweetness and relief in times of tribulation, since, by invoking Mary, the faithful find strength and protection. On the other hand, the veneration of Mary's name is also interpreted as a direct connection with Jesus, since in the biblical tradition, the name is not only an identifier, but a manifestation of divine purpose. Thus, in pronouncing Mary, one contemplates not only the mother of Jesus, but the essence of his mission and sacrifice for humanity. In today's celebration, as the faithful gather to honor her, the passage from Luke 1:42 resounds, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb." This quote, in addition to underscoring her maternal role, invites us to reflect on how we can emulate her humility and strength in our daily lives. Indeed, in honoring Mary, we also renew our commitment to the values of compassion, love, and service to others, values that her life and her name embody. The festivity in Singapore, which attracted more than 50,000 people, demonstrates that the fervour for the Virgin Mary is still alive and vibrant. This event celebrates her name and reminds us of the importance of unity and mutual respect in a diverse society. Following the teachings of Paul, who reminds us that knowledge fills with pride while love edifies, the faithful came together to reaffirm their faith in a community marked by respect and interreligious dialogue. We all face moments when life feels overwhelming and finding guidance seems impossible. In those times, turning to the teachings of the Virgin Mary can provide a beacon of hope and unity. This is exactly what The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through his revelations. This ebook goes into his prophecies and offers insight into what lies ahead. It's available for free in the pinned comment. Grab it now before the edition's gone. Don't miss out. This could be the turning point you've been waiting for on your journey of faith. Calling on Mary's most holy name is a sign of devotion as well as a reminder of the unique relationship that the faithful have with her and her Son, who assured us that those who seek shelter in her will be granted her mercy and solace. In the words of Saint Anthony of Padua, "O holy name of Mary, joy in the heart, honey in the mouth, melody in the ear of her devotees." An increasingly diverse religious and cultural community in Singapore was greatly impacted by Pope Francis's visit. During his stay, Francis highlighted the importance of love as the driving force behind every great human endeavor. In a place where towering skyscrapers abound and technological advancement is palpable, the Pope reminded the faithful that none of these structures, however amazing, could have been created without the love, cooperation, and joint effort of many people. Addressing the crowd at the Singapore Sports Hub, the Pope stressed the relevance of building on solid foundations and not allowing ourselves to be carried away by pride or vanity. "Knowledge fills with pride, while love builds up," he quoted from the first letter to the Corinthians, emphasizing that true strength lies in the love we inspire and share with others. His message resonated especially in a nation that, despite its small size, has managed to stand out as an example of progress and coexistence. The Pope highlighted how Singapore, with its mosaic of ethnicities and religions, has managed to build an inclusive society where different faiths and cultures live together in harmony. In his speech, Francis mentioned the importance of recognizing each person as a brother or sister, regardless of their beliefs, following the example of Christ, who called us to love our neighbor as ourselves. Recalling the words of his predecessor, John Paul II, who visited Singapore in 1986, Francis reaffirmed that love implies respect for all, regardless of their origin or religion. In this regard, the Pope praised Singapore's efforts to maintain social cohesion and justice, while urging the faithful not to forget compassion and respect for the most vulnerable, such as the poor, migrants, and the elderly. In addition, the Pope called on us not to be deceived by materialism or the idea that individual success is enough. He stated that ultimately we are all interconnected and dependent on each other, and that true greatness lies in building a community based on love and solidarity. "Without love we are nothing," he said, stressing that faith confirms this reality for us, as it reveals to us that God, with his unconditional love, is the source and destiny of all our capacity to love. Francis also addressed the importance of facing difficulties with faith and hope, recalling the Virgin Mary as a model of love and self-giving. The celebration of love and mutual respect reminds us how essential spiritual guidance can be. Don't miss your chance to access these teachings with the free ebook. Grab it before it's gone. In mentioning the figure of the Virgin, the Pope evoked the devotion that millions of people feel towards her, not only as Mother of God, but also as intercessor and protector. "The name of Mary is a blessing and a consolation," he said, recalling how her love and fidelity to God are an example for all Christians. He also appealed to the youth of Singapore, encouraging them to step out of their comfort zones and use their energy and creativity to build a better world. In a world that often seems dominated by individualism, the Pope insisted on the importance of community and cooperation. "Be critical, but constructive," he told them, encouraging them to question the world around them, but always with the purpose of improving it. Through these messages, he not only touched the hearts of Catholics in Singapore, but also spoke to all of humanity, recalling the essence of the Christian message, that without love, we are nothing, and that every action must be inspired by the love of God, who created and redeemed us. Ultimately, the Pope invites us to see the world through eyes of faith and love, recognizing the beauty of each person and the importance of working together to build a more just and compassionate world. He, during his visit to Singapore, stressed that the greatest value in the eyes of God is not found in the grandiose structures we build, but in the people who, with love and dedication, make them possible. For him, Singapore's ethnic and cultural diversity, far from being an obstacle, represents a symbol of unity and solidarity. He stressed that the most beautiful building and the most precious treasure are the people themselves, beloved children of God, called to live and spread love in every corner of the world. This message resonates in a global context where material success and individual achievement are often emphasized over community and cooperation. Celebrating Mass, Francis reminded the faithful that charity, when exercised with love and without conditions, is the pillar on which the most lasting and meaningful relationships are built. Charity, he said, has the power to sweeten encounters, heal wounds, and connect people beyond their differences. Inspired by St. Paul's words to the Corinthians, the Pope emphasized that while knowledge may make us proud, it is love that truly builds and leaves a mark. Without love, we are nothing, Francis repeated, inviting the congregation to reflect on how every action, great or small, must be motivated by a sincere love for our neighbor. Mary, the Mother of God, occupies a central place in this reflection, and her name was repeated with devotion during the Mass. Francis mentioned that, throughout the centuries, the name of Mary has been a refuge and consolation for countless people. In the figure of Mary, he sees a tangible manifestation of divine tenderness, a love that understands and forgives without limits. This special bond with Mary is particularly significant in times of joy and sorrow, and he encouraged the faithful to entrust themselves to her as a mother who never abandons her children. In invoking her name, the Pope recalled that we are calling upon the love of God that she so perfectly embodies. As we reflect on the importance of unity and faith, this is your chance to explore the revelations of Jesus. Download your free copy of the ebook now, while there are still some left. He also highlighted the figure of St. Francis Xavier, one of the most beloved missionaries in Singapore. Francis Xavier, who passed through these lands on several occasions, represents for the Pope an example of total dedication to the love of God and the service of others. This saint not only let himself be guided by the fervour of his faith, but also motivated others to go out of their comfort zones to spread the message of the gospel. The Pope shared a letter from St. Francis Xavier, in which the saint expresses his desire to speak at universities, encouraging young people to commit to the mission of bringing love and hope to those who need it most. This passion for evangelization is something His Holiness considers vital for today's youth, whom he encouraged to find the courage to love and serve without reservation. Francis's message is not simply a reflection on faith, but a call to action. Singapore, with its diverse community, is a place where different religions live together in harmony, and the Pope sees in this peaceful coexistence a model that can inspire the world. However, he warned that progress and development must not lead us to ignore the needs of the most vulnerable. He emphasized that, in a world where success is often measured in material terms, it is essential to remember that the true value of a society is found in how it treats the least advantaged. At the conclusion of the Mass, he invited everyone to a moment of silence, reflecting on the transformative power of love and the need for a constant commitment to the Christian values of compassion and service. Francis emphasized in his parting speech that all people are treasured children of God, regardless of their background or state of being. This call to solidarity in the midst of diversity is a reminder that divine love is manifested in unity and mutual respect. He hopes that his visit will inspire the faithful and all Singaporeans to continue to build a society in which love and justice prevail over selfishness and indifference. In the prayer of the faithful, he urged the crowd to lift up their hearts in unity, asking God for the gift of communion and harmony not only among Christians, but also for all humanity. This plea resonated strongly in the hearts of those in attendance, especially in a context of such remarkable religious diversity as Singapore. He emphasized the importance of faith in the modern world, inviting believers to be bearers of hope and promoters of peace in their communities. After this profound prayer, he imparted his final blessing, a scene of moving spirituality that was gratefully received by the thousands present. "The Lord be with you," the Pope proclaimed, blessing the crowd in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The attendees, visibly moved, responded in a unanimous murmur, "Let us give thanks to God," a moment that will remain engraved in the memory of all those present. As we cherish these moments of togetherness, remember, The ebook on the apparitions of Jesus is available to help expand your faith. Download it today while supplies last. He also made a humble and respectful gesture toward the picture of the Virgin Mary of Lourdes at the conclusion of the Mass, lightly caressing her feet before leaving the platform. This act was a tribute to the Marian devotion that so inspires Catholics around the world, a reminder of Our Lady's importance as intercessor and protector of humanity. This act was particularly significant as the Pope wanted to underscore Mary's role as a spiritual mother, a bond that strengthens faith and provides consolation to the faithful. As the Pope left the stadium, the singing of the Salve Regina was heard, an antiphon that resounded in the air as a prayer of gratitude and devotion. He, from the stage, folded his hands in a gesture of prayer typical of Asian culture, an expression of respect and gratitude to those present. This simple gesture reflected the Pope's openness to diverse cultures and traditions, highlighting his message of unity and mutual understanding. The day concluded with Francis greeting and blessing the attendees as he left the venue, in a final act of communion with the Singaporean people. This Mass, which was the culmination of a full day of meetings and prayers, left an indelible mark in the hearts of those who experienced it. His visit to Singapore not only reaffirmed the faith of local Catholics, but also sent a powerful message to the world about the importance of compassion, solidarity, and unity in challenging times. If this post makes you think and you feel it connects with you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Also, if you really want to support our work and help us keep creating valuable content, consider giving us a super thanks. Join this amazing community and don't miss any news. With his farewell, he made it clear that, although his visit was ending, his message of love and reconciliation would continue to resonate in the hearts of those who gathered to hear his word. For the people of Singapore and all those who followed the ceremony through different media, the experience was a reminder of the call to live a life inspired by the love of Christ, a love that embraces unconditionally and invites all, regardless of their beliefs, to walk together in harmony.